Hello, how are you? Today I brought a delicious recipe for your breakfast or your afternoon snack. It's so tasty that it can even be served as a dessert. You're going to love it. This recipe is low in carbohydrates, sugar-free, flourless, gluten-free, and egg-free if you're allergic. You're going to love it. It's very easy and quick to make. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss it. If you love easy, quick, and healthy recipes, you're going to love this channel. Take the opportunity to subscribe and remember to turn on the notification bell to get updates. I have new videos every day. You're going to love them. Let's get started with our recipe. And remember that the ingredients, along with their quantities and nutritional information, are listed below in the description. So the first ingredient I have here is my black coffee, filtered, without sugar. I just brewed the coffee, just coffee and water. Remember that coffee made this way is the healthiest for us. You don't need to add sugar, whipped cream, condensed milk, or a bunch of other things to your coffee. There are people who add so many things to their coffee that it even loses its flavor and its beneficial properties, because coffee is naturally a calorie-free drink. It's thermogenic, which stimulates our metabolism. It's good for focus, for concentration. It gives us more energy. I have videos here on the channel about the benefits of coffee, including the fact that it has a lot of antioxidants and is protective of the liver. So I'll leave those videos down below in the description for you. Tell me if you have the habit of drinking coffee daily and which type you drink the most, espresso or filtered. I'd love to see your comment. So in this coffee of mine here, which is really hot, I'm going to dissolve the gelatin, neutral, colorless, and sugar-free. Gelatin is nothing more than cooked collagen. It's a source of protein and excellent for hair, nails, skin, joints. I also have videos here on the channel talking about the benefits of gelatin, and I'll leave them down below in the description for you. And besides that, gelatin helps to set our recipe, giving it a flan or pudding-like consistency without us necessarily having to cook it. I'm going to wait for this to dissolve because you can already see it's dissolving since the coffee was hot, so we don't even need to put it in the microwave or anything. Just be a little patient, keep stirring, and it will dissolve here. Well, now it's dissolved and really smooth. This is super important to get the right texture for our recipe later, so mix it well so everything is dissolved. I'm going to mix this coffee with gelatin into the plain yogurt. Remember, I have a video here on the channel teaching you how to make it from scratch if you want. I'll leave the link down below in the description. If you choose to buy it, check the label. The ideal is that it has as few ingredients as possible. Of course, you should buy one without sugar, which is healthier for you, unflavored, and ideally it should contain only milk and lactic ferment, nothing much more than that. It can even have reconstituted milk, that's fine, but pay attention. The fewer ingredients on the label, the better. Now I'm going to add my baking sweetener here to give this recipe its flavor. The sweetness, because actually there's only coffee, gelatin, and yogurt here, so the sweetener is what will really turn this into a dessert. And if you want, of course you could add brown sugar or honey, but that changes the amount of carbohydrates. It won't be low carb anymore, and it also changes the calorie count. Tell me, what do you usually use to sweeten your recipes? And now I'll add my ground cinnamon. So let's give everything a good mix. Remember that cinnamon will bring a really interesting flavor. It goes really well with coffee. In fact, it brings out the sweetness in the recipe and also helps improve insulin sensitivity and carbohydrate metabolism. So now we take our coffee here with the gelatin and mix one into the other until it's nice and smooth. Look, there wasn't even any gelatin left here. It really dissolved well. Now we give it a mix. But I'm going to use a whisk for this so it blends even better and more easily. Let's give all of this a good mix until it's nice and smooth. Then I'll grab my molds so we can fill them up, chill them, and get them to that perfect, delicious consistency. All right, I got my silicone molds, which I think are more practical even for unmolding later, and I'm going to start filling them. I think they're really practical. You don't need to grease them or anything, and they look nice. Of course, if you want to use a baking dish or even a larger one, that's totally fine too. There's really no problem with that at all. So what I'm going to do now is keep filling these up, making sure each one is nice and even, and then I'll put them in the fridge to chill. Once they're firm and have set properly, I'll come back because I'm thinking about adding a delicious syrup on top to finish them off later, just to give them that extra special touch. So I'm going to finish filling these, put them in the fridge to chill, and then I'll come back with them ready. Wait so we can make our syrup together. Look, I've already taken my desserts out of the fridge and made a syrup here with xylitol and just coffee. And I waited for this syrup to cool down, actually, to reach room temperature, because otherwise it would melt our dessert if it was hot. You can do it this way too, or if you prefer, you can make xylitol caramel. I have videos here on the channel teaching how to make these recipes, and I'll leave them down below in the description for you. And now I'm going to show you the consistency of our dessert. Make it, you're going to love it. Look how amazing it is. So, tell me if you're going to add the syrup or not. I'd love to see your comment. Remember to like the video, it really helps me out. Share it with someone who will enjoy it or needs it. Let's spread this chain of kindness together. That's what I want here on the channel. Let's taste it. It's wonderful. It's really delicious. It tastes like something from a restaurant. Make it, you're going to love it. See you next time. Bye.